Welcome to Financial Femme, the show for women who want to be financially confident. My name is Zahra Khakoo, owner of Financial Femme, author, public speaker, and financial empowerment coach. I am so excited that you are here, and I can't wait for you to learn and educate yourself about all things financial. One of the things I hear the most from women, my clients, my friends, anybody who is out there, they always say to me that they had wished that they were able to learn how to budget, how to invest, how to network, how to grow and build a side hustle, as well as having a business of your own in school versus being taught the periodic table or a hypotenuse. You see, many of us grew up with immigrant parents who were struggling to make ends meet on their own. They were trying to figure out things themselves and learning about managing their money on their own, that they were unable to teach us how to manage our money. And so what that does is that creates this generation of people that don't really know how to manage their money. And for us to really make change and begin to see more financially confident women, we need to start actively learning on our own. And let's face it, finances are not sexy. The books, the podcasts, whatever it is that's out there, they're designed for financial bros and not for women just like you and me. And, they contain a lot of jargon. They contain a lot of information that sometimes, quite frankly, can be something that you can use before going to bed versus something riveting that you just can't stop reading and learning about. As well as a lot of the times what happens is that some of these books or shows become really overwhelming, and they use a lot of shame and guilt in order to get you to change what it is that you need to empower yourself and make your finances better. My mission is to help women just like you build confidence with money and really create financial independence to live the life of your dreams. I show my clients how to set up an effective cash flow system, set goals, and learn how to invest. And all of this can be done without cutting out your lattes, without feeling guilty, without being shamed as well. Here on this channel, I'm going to be sharing everything from how to create a realistic budget and create one that actually works, as well as how to actually build significant wealth without a lot of time and without being a financial guru. I can't wait to share all of this with you. I thought I would start off today to share a little bit about where this sort of started for me and start to begin to introduce myself to you. I'm a widow. I have one daughter, Ziana, and a fur baby, Crosby. We are a hockey family first, mostly motivated by my daughter's love of hockey, which she gets from her dad. We love to travel, spend time with our friends, as well as do a lot of outdoor activities during the summer and the winter months. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I love music, all types of music, and you can always find me with ice cream in my hands, no matter what time of year it is, winter, summer, spring, I have ice cream in my hands. I've been a financial professional for over 20 years, and I loved advising clients about their finances. This is something that I really found a lot of passion in. I love people. I love talking to people. And being a financial advisor was something that I enjoyed doing. One of my memories that always sticks with me was early on when I became a financial advisor was a client that I had solicited to open a home equity line of credit. So it was to take out a line of credit on his already paid out house. And I called him and I was so excited because I had solicited him to do this and he agreed to it. And so he came into my office. I did a full application for him. I asked him a bunch of questions and it was approved for the full amount of $400,000. And I was pretty proud of myself because that was a pretty big size deal to do as a new financial advisor. And he came in with his wife and they signed the paperwork. And I gave him a brief overview of what was happening, but also I didn't really understand a lot of the paperwork as well. I was still new in the role. And so I kind of glanced over a bunch of things and I gave them this product. And a few months later, the wife came back and she was angry with me. She told me that they to take a look at their line of credit, and it had been maxed to the full $400,000. And she became crying and sobbing, and she was so mad at me for soliciting him for the line of credit. She began to tell me that he had a gambling problem and that I had just made $400,000 available for him for his gambling addiction. Their house had been paid off. They had worked really hard in jobs and blue collar jobs to pay off this mortgage of theirs. And in one whim, I was able to ruin that for him. I asked her why she didn't say anything to me and why she signed, and thinking that maybe it was her fault that this had happened. And she said the words to me that stuck for me forever. And she said, if you had spent some time talking to me and explaining to me, maybe I could have said something. I've carried that with me throughout my career, and I have began ensuring that any woman that walked into my office left educated and knew exactly what was happening, because I did not want anybody else to feel the same way that that woman has felt. It started to become a passion of mine. Throughout my career as a financial advisor, I vowed to always ensure that the woman had a safe place to come and ask questions, to understand things that maybe were not explained to them properly, to ensure that everything was clear. I really also ensured that my clients always had their own checking account, their own credit card. I always ensured that they had their own investment accounts, because I was so passionate, and I still am so passionate about the fact that women should always have their own finances and take care of their finances. And so that is when I decided to become a financial coach and really start coaching women on how to create that financial independence and really build wealth on their own. One of the things for me when my husband passed away, even though I had been in the industry for so long and I had done finances for so many other people, it was still difficult for me to be able to handle our finances on our own. There was all this fear that I had about what was I doing? Was I doing it right? I had been out of the picture in our finances for so long, and now it was all coming down on me, and it was really overwhelming to having to deal with all of that. And I realized that if I was struggling with this, then there had to be other women that were struggling with this as well. And so that is why I do the financial coaching that I do currently, as well as this is why I want to have this TV show where I can come and I can share whatever it is that you would want to learn about finances, and it can be a safe place where you can come and learn and ask questions and really improve your financial independence and confidence. So I hope you stick around with me, and I hope you come and watch episodes. Be sure to check out this channel frequently and see all the great things that are coming. I'll see you in the next episode.